Hi, this is Jeannie from Trendy, and today I just need to make a couple of bows for my boxwood wreaths. I have two boxwood wreaths on my side door, and sometimes I put a small floral arrangement, sometimes I just put a bow. And of course, I'm ready to take off my patriotic. So I picked up some ribbons today from Trendy, and I tried to pick up some things that instead of getting new rolls every time I go out there, I kind of dig through the scrap ribbon box, and some of these may still be on the website, and some of them may not. They may already be sold out. But anyway, I just picked out a couple of 2.5 inches, a 1.5, and then like I think that's a 7/8. And today I'm going to use M's Bowmaker. They sell this at Trendy, and it's very similar to the Easy Bowmaker. I just didn't have one here at the house, so I picked one up the other day. And I, one reason that I like it is because it folds up nice and neat, and it holds all of your pieces. Uh, the wood dowels screw in, and I think that's great. And it has markings on it, for your measurements. So, and when you're done, you just unscrew it, fold it back up, stick it back in the box, or set it on the shelf like that. So anyway, so that's what I'm using today, and I'm only going to use two of the little things that screw in, the little dowels. Just going to put those in the center. And well, this is a ribbon holder. There's one on this end. Of course, if you're left-handed, you turn it around the other way. Whatever works for you. Okay, so that holds it nice and neat, and that way you don't have to, tap the pegs in and, have them get loose and that sort of thing. So I'm going to start out with a 2.5 inch ribbon, and since I need to make two bows just alike, I'm going to kind of not going to make a huge bow because I do want them to be alike. So I'm going to measure and start out with a 12-inch tail and just drop that down into the slot. Put my ribbon right there. Well, sorry. My ribbon needs to be coming off the other way. My bad. So 12-inch tail, and you can make these any size that you want to, really. And this is a smoke blue Dupioni, and it's the same on both sides, but I'm going to twist anyway, just to kind of keep my pattern of what I usually do. Coming out and making a 6-inch loop, twist, make a 6-inch loop on this side. I think I've got enough to make 4 loops, 2 loops on each side of this blue. We'll see. We'll try. Okay, so I've got 2 loops on each side. I'm going to come down, and I'm just going to cut my tails off straight for now. I'll dovetail those later. Just going to go ahead and kind of separate these out. And next, I'm going to use this pumpkin ribbon. It's 2.5 inches, and it has a really neat orange trim. I think there's about the same amount on it. I'm going to do a 12-inch tail again. Pinch it up, drop it in the slot, give it a twist. And this time, I'm going to come in and make that loop just a little bit smaller. Make it about a 5-inch. Give that a twist. 5-inch on that side. And I'm just going to do a loop on each side with that one. I don't want really big, bulky bows. Cut off that 12-inch tail. And next, I'm going to drop on down to the 1.5, and I know this one is sold out. They used this on a grapevine wreath the other day, and it was so cute. And I know it's gone. So there's lots of other ribbons to shop from. Making a 12-inch tail, twisting the right side up, and again, I'm going to come in just a little bit smaller, probably at about 4.5 inch level, not exact, just coming in a little bit, coming in about a 1/2 inch. And I've got plenty, so I think I'm going to go ahead and do 2 loops on each side, keeping those loops the same size. Okay, come down, make a 12-inch tail. And this, I love this. This is a faux Dubioni, kind of a chocolate brown, and it's like a 7/8 inch. And it's going to be my last ribbon. So we're going to do a 12-inch tail, drop it down. Again, it's the same on each side, but I'm going to twist it anyway. And I'm going to make about a 3-inch loop. I'm not really measuring, I'm just, dropping down in size. But that kind of gives you an idea. And I'm going to make 2 loops on each side. Now this time, I'm going to make another loop, but it's going to be my center loop, and I'm going to use that to cover up my mechanics. So I'm going to twist. This ribbon kind of tangles up easy. And I'm going to make about an inch loop in the center. Just a little short loop, and I'll show you when I secure my bow. We're going to use that to cover up the mechanics. And then I'm going to come down and cut off that tail. Okay. So I'm going to use some binding wire. I like to use binding wire, especially when I'm tying my bow onto a boxwood wreath, because the chenille stamp, my glass doors on the side, my doors are glass, so whatever I put on there will show. So I like to use something like the binding wire so it won't show. And you cut that, it's just wire wrapped in paper. So press your center of your bow down. You want to ease it up off the board, keeping it all stacked up. Good. Let's put the Bowmaker out of the way. Gonna take that binding wire, go right over where my thumb is holding, bring it around to the back, twist it, and I'm just gonna hold on to the wire and twist the bow. Okay, and now we're ready to fluff out our bow. So that little short loop in the middle, you just pull that over and say that's going to cover up your mechanics. So now you want to fluff out your bow. I'm just looking for my fluff box, but I don't want to dig through my stuff to find it. So I'm just going to start pulling these loops out. Of course, this is all wired ribbon, but you want to fluff that bow, pull those loops out where you can see every one of your ribbons. Bring those tails down to the front. That orange ribbon has got just a little bit of glitter on it, which is really pretty for fall. And of course, when you're building a bow like this, you're building it from the bottom up. I like the narrow ribbon in the middle. Okay. And now we're going to finish. I'm going to just kind of curl, put my fingers under the ribbon, kind of give those tails a little bit of life. Curl it just a little bit. And if your tails are real long, you may want to kind of really make a little spiral curl or like a little pleated curl. And now I'm just going to dovetail the ends of the 2.5 ribbon. And I'm just going to fold that, cut along the folded edge. And that makes a nice clean cut. Of course, you can make the tails as long as you want. But like I say, I wanted to get 2 bows just alike out of these scrap ribbons, so I didn't want to run out of ribbon. Now on my 1.5, I just usually cut those at an angle. You can do whatever. And the same with the 7/8 inch. I just cut them at an angle. Okay. So that's it. And I need a piece of wire, and I really I could have slid this under well, these tails right here, that may be long enough to go around my boxwood. I believe it will. If not, I could put another little piece in there crossways like that and make that longer, but I believe that'll go around my boxwood wreath. So there we have it. Okay, so I'm going to make another one just like that. Thanks for watching. All these supplies, of course, came from Trendy. But now, like I say, I know this one is sold out. But there's so many fall ribbons to choose from, all sizes, 4 inch, 2.5 inch, 1.5, and 7/8. Lots of choices. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.